Good morning to one and all present here. Today's assembly is brought to you by the Shreens of Grade 7D. I am Gyanshree Sharma and I request everyone to close their eyes, join their hands and get ready for the morning prayer.
अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम हृदयं समर्पयामि प्राणं समर्पयामि तव पादपद्मे माता सर्वं समर्पयामि अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम स्वयं साधना स्वयं सिद्धि स्वयं सिद्ध स्वयं प्रभा स्वयं साधना स्वयं सिद्धि स्वयं सिद्ध स्वयं प्रभा सगुण रत्न सुकृति कृत्य सुमति गंगा समूज्वलम् सगुण सुकृति कृत्य सुमति गंगा समूज्वलम् मानं समर्पयामि गानं समर्पयामि तव पादपद्मे माता सर्वं समर्पयामि अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम
Good morning. Today's thought is two things define you. Your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. I repeat, two things define you. Your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. May I now request our principal, Mrs. Brinda Ghosh, to share her thoughts with us.
Good morning, children, and good morning, teachers. I first would like to appreciate the introduction of the prayer as a song. Very well done, children. Thank you for that. I know that class 9th upwards has to get ready for an examination which begins at the end of this week and after Diwali vacations, of course. This examination for 10th and for 12th is a mock examination, which is so essential because you need to get a little practice in the new system in which you are going to be tested by CBSE. As you all know, if the examinations have been divided into semesters, into 2 halves, and the first half will take place at the end of November. So this is a practice examination. Now, not only do you need practice in sitting down and doing that examination at a stretch, you also need to acclimatize yourselves to come out of your homes. You need to be strong. We have also sent out circulars to say that we will be reopening schools in the physical mode for classes 6 upwards, and we have asked for your parents' consent for you to come to school. Not many of the parents have consented, and we can understand that. However, those of you who have decided that you have to come, and those who have to come because you have to give your exams offline. All that I would like to say today to you is that in order to do this in the right manner, in order to do it correctly, we need to keep a few things in mind, and we need to follow these things very, very earnestly. We need to remember that we are not only responsible for our own good health and for our own safety, but also for the safety of the others in the community. Because if you keep yourself safe, you will help in keeping the others safe. So though there aren't many cases of active COVID, and those who have got vaccinated are not getting the infection so drastically as it happened in the second wave, yet we all know that we tend to become lax, that we tend to, drop down our guard, and we tend to invite trouble. So therefore, children, I would like to request you and remind you that we need to continue to be careful. A lot of you have started life as usual. A lot of us, I must say, because we have all to do what we have to do. So we are going to work, we are going to the market, we are going to the shops, we are going to visit people, but we have to be careful when we do that. So let us remember certain things that we need to continue to make it a part of our lives. We need to continue to keep ourselves and our surroundings extremely clean. We need to continue to remember to be hygienic, to wash our hands regularly, as we did when the COVID was very, very prevalent. We need to remember to eat well, to eat healthy. And there's a big trend these days to turn vegetarians, because it has been proved beyond a doubt that fruits and vegetables provide you far more immunity than anything else. We need to remember that when we go out of the house, even if we are fully vaccinated, and you children are not, so even more so, you need to be masked properly. Better still, if you wear a double mask. You need to remember not to touch things unnecessarily. You also need to remember to sanitize yourselves if there is no water and soap available wherever you are. You need also to remember that more than your physical health, you need to take care of your emotional and your mental well-being. And therefore, you need to do things that make you feel good, that make you feel nice about yourself. So maybe it would be a very good idea to continue to follow a hobby, to read, to meet friends, either online or offline, following all the protocol. Maybe it would also be a good idea to cultivate a hobby like gardening or looking after a pet or cooking or any of these things. Keep all this in mind continuously, because it is proved beyond a doubt that those who are careful can save themselves to a large extent. And remember, as I told you, we are not thinking only of ourselves, but we are thinking of the community as well. And it reminds me that we can exist well if everyone exists well. We have to be very, very mindful of this fact that we live in a community, that we cannot live in isolation. We have seen that being in isolation has made us physically weak as well as mentally, in fact, more mentally weak than physically. So we do need people around us. We need to socialize. We need to talk to people and keep ourselves mentally strong, emotionally strong. And so, children, remember these few things as you come out of your houses and get into the mainstream. Thank you, children. Let us now stand for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे